Okay, so if you're on the streets right now, or you've ever been on the streets of recruiting duty, you absolutely know that this meme is true. So let's talk about it. Obviously, everything I say here is based on my experience in the Marines as a recruiter, and this was back from 2015 to 2018 in a very rural area. It was RS Milwaukee, RSS Green Bay, and I covered the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. That being said, our mission, as far as how many contracts we were supposed to write every month, was 2. Keeping in mind that the mission monkey is always going to be riding your back because, well, next month is a brand new month. So usually what they wanted to see was you have at least 1 month dep and hold. And a dep and hold is where a kid contracts, and for all intents and purposes, they're enlisted in, say, March. But the operations officer doesn't push the button on them until April to count for one of your April contracts. So if you're a motivated recruiter, you can absolutely get stacked up and have April, May, kind of set up so you can kind of take your foot off the gas and, coast a little bit. At least that's how it's supposed to work. Now, what actually ends up happening is, you or another one of the recruiters at your substation take a dep discharge, or maybe they don't make their mission, so they're a little short for the month, so you got to cover down for them. So maybe you do get a little ahead and you've got, a month, maybe 2 months already in the books. All of that can absolutely be drained by the push of a button or another recruiter at your station not pulling their weight. So if you're on the streets right now, or you are about to get out there on recruiting duty, here's a little bit of advice. And I call it the pocket system. I came up with this to ensure my survival on the street, and it went a long way. So here we go. Now, your front pockets, your boss knows about. Okay, you tell them everything about these kids. I usually went right side, since I'm right-hand dominant, would be the kids that were clean. No issues, could go to MEPS whenever I wanted. Left side was kids that, needed a little bit of work. Either way, the boss knew about these. Now, then you have your back pocket kids. These are the ones that can go down to MEPS. Maybe they have an issue, maybe not. Maybe they're just ready to go, but you don't tell your boss about them at all. This way, you actually have something, stashed for a rainy day. Now, it'll probably take you about a year to get to that position, but once you do, it is smooth sailing. Right?